freezing cold like it is today, everyone enjoys getting plenty of bites to keep warm. We come to the Old Nene Marsh today. It's a little river that runs right through a town centre. There's places like this all over the country. Bait for little town centre sessions like this couldn't be simpler. It's bread all the way for me. We've got a bit of punch crumb here in my bucket. I actually mixed this up last night. We mix it up on the bank. It's not quite right, goes a bit gritty. So the night before, riddle it off, put it in a bag, just the job. Got to my peg this morning, took it out from the bag, riddled it again into my bucket, and this is what you're left with. You just want to be able to squeeze it in one hand, but then still break down reasonably easy. The hook, I've got a bit of medium Warburtons, but loads of other breads will do, you know, as long as it's a medium cut loaf, that'll do you. With one thing I do with the punch crumb, so I put it in a zip top bowl while I'm fishing, just cover it up, cover the lid over it, so if there is any wind or anything, it doesn't dry it out, because you don't want it drying out and it being too fine, it's a real pain. So that's it, just bread, simple as that. Rigs for this sort of session couldn't be any simpler. I've got 2 rigs set up. The only difference is the size of the float, one to 4x14, one to 4x18. So at the top of the rig, obviously starting with the elastic, I've got a number 4 elastic. You don't want anything too light, because you want to swing a lot of fish in to save time and catch more basically. Match the number 4 elastic, I've got an extra small pole elastic connector. This is something I'm testing today. It should be out shortly, all being well. It's just a smaller version of our elastic connectors for smaller elastics, simple as that. Got the ultra stiff braid on there, so it will cut down on tangles when fishing like this. It's exactly what you want. Rig main line is 011 N gauge, quite durable but a bit of finesse built in as well. Floats, they're both the same. A Colmic Jolly, real no nonsense pattern. It's nothing special, it's just, you know, your standard float. It's got a carbon stem, plastic bristle, just nice and simple. Then moving down to the shotting pattern, about a foot from the hook, I've got a bulk and then 2 number 10 micro shot droppers, which are fairly close to each other just to get the bait down quick. I've got a 4-inch hook length of 08 Pure, which is a fluorocarbon line. Fluorocarbon spins up less than mono, so when you're shipping in and out quick, you're going to get less tangles, which will help you catch more fish, simple as that. And then I've ended the rig in a size 20 pole special hook. That's a new hook which we're going to be bringing out soon. It's a microbarb pattern, black nickel finish. It's ideal for venues like this where you're looking to catch lots of small fish quickly. And that's it. Rigs are ever so simple for an ever so simple day out. In terms of kicking the session off today and feeding a bit of punch crumb, I've simply grabbed a fistful of bread, squeezed it into a nice hard ball and fed that with my big pole cup. Then I've done what you call just fish it out. So I've simply just fished away, caught, I think we caught for about half an hour today, and then fish started getting quite a bit smaller, so just grabbed another fistful of bread and cupped it in again. You know, that'll vary throughout the day. Sometimes I've had to feed another ball every sort of 10 minutes. Sometimes I could fish for sort of 30, 35 minutes before I had to feed again. And the fish we've caught have been quite a big stamper roach today. Well, what I would call quite a good stamp, sort of a lot of 3 to 6 ounce fish. So feeding less regular with a big ball like this in your big cupping kit is normally the way to go for those big fish. But if you're on some smaller fish, sort of catching real small fish, and that's all there was there, feeding a smaller ball of crumb, about so, every maybe 5 or 6, 7 fish is often a better way. It simply just draws more fish into your peg, and if you're looking to catch lots of small fish, that's what you want to do. But today, cupping in a big ball like that, when bites tail off, has been the way to go. When you're catching large numbers of small fish, efficiency is really the key to getting the best out of your peg. First of all, I like to look at my setup. I've got the roller in the right position. I've had a couple of practice ships out, so I know that I'm ready to go as soon as the match or the session starts. I've got my Reaper pole sock just here, right, quite up high, higher than I'd have it on a commercial, because I don't want to be bending down, getting my pole from the ground. It's nice and high, nice hand height, ready to go. I've got my keep net right in front of me, so I can just gently pop the fish in. Don't have to bend down to put them in. Keep net's there, easy enough to put the fish in. Another little thing I like to do is how I put my rig in the swim. So what I like to do is, if I'm fishing at, today I'm fishing at 6 metres, so I ship out to 5 metres, metre short, swing my rig into place, into the swim, get the bulk right over where I've cupped in that bait or thrown in that bait, and then follow my rig, ship the rest of the rig out and follow it into the swim. That way your rig's settled, your rig's going through the water as you're still shipping out, so it saves a little bit of time. Not a lot of time, only a couple of seconds granted, but when you're catching lots of little fish, it all mounts up at the end of the day. Another little thing, when my rig is now in the swim, it's just still finally settling, I pick up my bread punch and punch out the next bit of bait and then just drop it back in my punch box. So again, while something's happening in the swim that I can't get any quicker, you know, your bait's falling through the water, that's as quick as you're going to get it, I'll prep the next bread punch, which is a little time saving thing again. Talking of bread punch, 4mm's been the best one today, nice and simple, you know, been catching nice dumpy roach. Don't really need anything smaller, anything bigger is only going to hinder you with missed bites, so 4mm has been just the right size, and I've kept my hook bit of bread in the punch box all day. It's kept it nice and moist until I've run out, so it's kept it in tip-top condition, ready for the next fish. There you go, the fruits of a few hours fishing on literally a couple of quid's worth of bait. There's venues like this all over the country, sure to be one near you. Get out there and give it a go.